Hi, welcome to Gamer's Gamut. From news to reviews and discussions, we talk about everything video games. What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to put out another video, try to get better as I move along here. Today I was watching MBG on YouTube, Musclebound Gamer, and every Sunday he has a one-man podcast where he talks about PlayStation. And today he was talking about Microsoft's strategy as far as reaching 1 billion gamers and Gamepass and all the drama and the talk in the community going on right now. There are some questions being raised, of course. If you raise or widen your scope to 1 billion gamers, is that going to dilute your product? Are you doing that at the cost of quality? Now, I'm just raising some questions here. I honestly don't think I have the answers for this. I don't know if there even are correct answers for this. We might just have to wait and see how this plays out. There's people at Microsoft that work there that are much, much smarter than I. I'm just a dummy with a microphone. So I'm just going to see how this plays out. But I do think it's an interesting conversation. I think history has shown in a lot of cases that in order to appeal to more people, usually you have to water down your product, sand off all the rough edges, make it easier for everyone to digest, that kind of thing. Some people would claim that it becomes a more homogenized product at that point. I'm definitely not an expert. I did take a little marketing class in high school, but that doesn't mean a damn thing. I don't really remember much from high school anyway. But I do remember a saying that goes something like, if you try to appeal to everyone, you will appeal to no one. Now, obviously, a company wants to get as many customers as it can. That goes without saying. But you have to ask yourself, what made Microsoft want to target 1 billion people? I mean, this was an actual shift in strategy and resources. So what influenced them to do this? In my opinion, it's the cell phone market, the mobile gaming market. The numbers in the mobile gaming market are astronomical, and they want a piece of that pie. So I think it's perfectly reasonable to be a little worried about what that means for Microsoft, the industry, and the gaming market as a whole. Now, do I think you should go out and sell your Xbox right now? Absolutely not. I think their future is bright. I'm looking forward to some of their games. They've spent a lot of money and they have some big games coming. I feel like we're just in that hangover period from some previous mistakes. We don't want them. I was watching MBG's podcast and he was talking about, and I kind of agree with him to this, you just don't want them to cater or pander to an audience that isn't interested in gaming like that. Now, back to my thoughts here. This is me speaking. It's just my opinion, but I think the demographics for the mobile gaming market in the consoles and PC are different. I think that is a different type of gamer. And I just hope that some of these companies realize that fact and don't just smell the blood in the water, you know what I mean? Because I'm just speaking on my own personal experiences. Most of the gamers that I know personally in my life, they don't really care for mobile games. And as far as I know, most of the people that play mobile games tend to do it to commute, to kill some time. Maybe they're in the lobby of a doctor's office. I mean, there are gamers that all they do is play mobile games, but I'm not really sure how these communities cross-pollinate, and I don't think it cross-pollinates to the degree that some of these companies are really hoping for. And I'm not a mobile gamer, so there are some assumptions in there, but that's just the impression that I get. So trying to make your big money games appeal to that kind of market seems a little bit iffy to me. We just don't know how far they're going to take it. But like I said earlier, there's people at Microsoft that are much smarter than me. So hopefully they're seeing something that I'm not here, and I'm sure they are. And recently, Jim Ryan did an interview that a lot of people are talking about where he stated he wanted to reach more gamers. Now, immediately, a lot of people took that to mean they're copying Microsoft's strategy. Spencer was right. And I just don't think that's the case here, and I'm just speculating. I don't think Sony can follow Microsoft's strategy. People keep asking, what is their answer to Game Pass? And honestly, I think we already see it. I think PS Now is that answer because I don't think we will ever see day one releases like you catch on Game Pass. Sony's games are just too expensive to be doing that kind of thing. PlayStation champions quality first, so because of that, costs are really high. At the end of the day, this is a business. They need to get more money out than they put in. To do day and date, they would have to lower the cost and the quality of their games. And I think that's where some of the worries about Game Pass come from. For me personally, I think Game Pass is awesome. Game Pass is easily the best deal in gaming. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I feel like Microsoft had to do that. They weren't very competitive last generation, so they had to make a move. Xbox at one point didn't even believe in itself. It didn't have the funding it needed. It was canceling games. And that's a big reason why we're in this hangover period right now. You know, once they decided to get back in the fight, they had to throw a punch, and Game Pass is that punch. And it's definitely a doozy. It changed the industry overnight. It changed what people thought was possible, but Sony is not built like Microsoft. They can't take losses like Microsoft can. Microsoft can run themselves into the red for a much greater period of time for a long-term goal than Sony can. I just do not see day and date happening for PlayStation. I just thought this was an interesting conversation, and I just wanted to put my thoughts on it after seeing MBG speak this morning. So just if you have any thoughts, just put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.